Hello and welcome to my video PMP Tools and Techniques Groups Tips and Tricks Part 1. One of the common struggle for PMP aspirants is to memorize and remember the tools and techniques for each of 49 processes in PMBOK. Well, in this video, I will be sharing the tools and techniques group wise to all PMP aspirants. Grouping with index reference will help you to eliminate the wrong answers from the scenario questions. In this video, we will talk about the part 1, which consists of 5 groups. If you like this video, please give your feedback in the comment section below so I can create the balanced ungrouped tools and techniques. Let's get started. If you are new to my channel and watching my videos for the first time, let me welcome you first. I am Praveen Pasam and I am a certified project management professional and supply chain professional having 14 years of experience in various verticals. The tips and tricks I share in my channel is important ones which I studied during my PMP preparation. Coming to the first slide, introduction. The PMBOK Guide 6th edition groups tools and techniques by their purpose. The group name describes the intent of what needs to be done, and the tools and techniques in the group represent different methods to accomplish the intent. For example, data gathering is a group with the intent of gathering data and information. Brainstorming, interviews and market research are among the techniques that can be used to gather data and information. There are 132 individual tools and techniques in the PMBOK Guide 6th edition. These are not the only tools and techniques that can be used to manage the project. They represent those tools and techniques that are considered to be in good practice on most projects most of the time. Some are mentioned once or some appear many times in the PMBOK Guide. To assist aspirants in identifying where specific tools and techniques are used, this presentation identifies each tools and techniques, the group to which it belongs if appropriate, and the processes where it is listed in the PMBOK Guide. To get yourself familiarized with the tools and techniques, you should remember the index numbers in the 49 process groups of the PMBOK process chart. Coming to slide number 2, tools and techniques groups. The following tools and techniques groups are used throughout the PMBOK Guide, and this is most important for you to attend the scenario based questions. The first one is data gathering techniques used to collect data and information from a variety of sources. There are 9 data gathering tools and techniques. The second, data analysis techniques used to organize, assess and evaluate data and information. There are 27 data analysis tools and techniques. Third one is data representation techniques used to show graphic representation or other methods used to convey data and information. There are 15 data representation tools and techniques. Fourth one, decision making techniques used to select a course of action from different alternatives. There are 2 decision making tools and techniques. The fifth one is communication skills used to transfer information between stakeholders. There are 2 communication skills tools and techniques. The final one is interpersonal and team skills used to effectively lead and interact with team members and other stakeholders. There are 17 interpersonal and team skills tools and techniques. There are 60 ungrouped tools and techniques which I will be taking in the part 2. To apply these tools and techniques grouping logic, you have to make yourself familiar with the index numbers of each process of the knowledge areas as mentioned in the PMBOK Guide. I will be referring to the index numbers in the next coming slides for the tools and techniques grouping. Coming to the categorization and index of tools and techniques is the first, data gathering tools and techniques groupings. You see benchmarking, brainstorming, check sheets, checklist, focus groups, interviews, market research, questionnaires and surveys, and statistical sampling. If you go across the rows, there are knowledge areas, that is integration, scope, schedule, cost, quality, resource, communication, risk, procurement and stakeholder. For example, if you take the benchmarking is the tool which is used in the scope management and quality and stakeholder management. By seeing this table, you can clearly understand that data gathering tools and techniques group is mostly focused in the knowledge areas: integration, scope, quality, risk, one in procurement, and balance in stakeholder. If you get any question on data gathering tools and techniques, you can easily eliminate the wrong ones, and it is very easy for you to identify the correct answer since you know which knowledge area data gathering tools and techniques are used. You can to memorize the index numbers from the 49 processes from the PMBOK guide, so that will be useful for you to understand and to attend the final scenario based questions in your examination. Coming to the second group, data analysis tools and techniques. This group consists of alternative analysis, assessment of other risk parameters, assumption and constraint analysis, cost of quality, cost benefit analysis, decision tree analysis, document analysis, earn value analysis, influence diagrams, iteration burn down chart, make or buy analysis, performance reviews, process analysis, proposal evaluation. If you see clearly from this table, alternative analysis covers all the knowledge areas, starts from integration to stakeholders except communication and procurement. That is the only one tool which I could see which covers almost nine process knowledge areas. And apart from that, if you see the risk knowledge area, data analysis most critical for the risk knowledge area. If you see is 11.5, 11.3, 11.2, all those tools are used here. And apart from that, it is all one or two knowledge areas are covered for each tool. If you take the earn value analysis is coming under integration, schedule and cost and procurement. And then if we come to iteration burn down chart, it is only comes under schedule. And similar way the performance reviews, if you see performance reviews where schedule, quality, resources and procurement knowledge areas is covered. And if you're coming to the process analysis, only quality knowledge area the tool is used. And for the proposal evaluation, it is used in the procurement. If you remember the index numbers, it is very easy for you to attend the scenario based questions. Coming to the data analysis tools and techniques continuation, the grouping which has regression analysis, reserve analysis, risk data quality assessment, risk probability and impact assessment, root cause analysis, sensitivity analysis, simulation, stakeholder analysis, SWOT analysis, technical performance analysis, trend analysis, variance analysis, what if scenario analysis. In this also, if you see the knowledge area risk has most number of tools and techniques being used, and also the stakeholder also we have used like root cause analysis, stakeholder analysis, SWOT analysis are used in the stakeholder management. In this tools and techniques groups, if you could see the important tool is that reserve analysis, which is used in the cost and risk. And apart from that, trend analysis and variance analysis is most critical, that is used in integration, scope, schedule, cost, resources, wherever the baselines are involved. And what if scenario analysis is also important. We can expect some question on this, that is which comes under schedule management. I'm once again reiterating, if you are familiar with the get yourself familiar with the index numbers, then it is very easy for you to use these tools and techniques groups to answer the exam questions. You can easily eliminate the odd ones out and answer the correct ones. Coming to the data representation tools and techniques, which comes under affinity diagrams, cause and effect diagrams, control charts, flow charts, hierarchy charts, histograms, logical data model, matrix diagrams, matrix based charts, mind mapping, probability and impact matrix, scatter diagrams, stakeholder engagement assessment matrix, stakeholder mapping representation, text oriented formats. In this table, you could clearly see only 6 knowledge areas are covered. The first and foremost thing, you have to identify the tool and technique which group it belongs to. In this table, you can see the data representation tools and techniques groups mostly comes in the knowledge area quality and stakeholders and communication. The quality, if you see manage quality and control quality, is what where we use the maximum data representation tools and techniques, and also in the stakeholder. And then coming to these decision making tools and techniques, multi criteria decision analysis and voting, and which covers the integration, scope, quality, risk, resources and stakeholders. And then coming to the communication skills, tools and techniques, there is feedback and representation. As you know, communication is only used in the two knowledge areas, that is communication management and stakeholder management. So it is easy for you to identify by knowing the index numbers. I suggest you keep the project management process groups and knowledge area mapping next to you, and go through it by index number wise. So you can use this grouping easily for your final examination. Coming to the interpersonal and team skills tools and techniques group, it is active listening, communication styles assessment, conflict management, cultural awareness, decision making, emotional intelligence, facilitation, influencing, leadership, meeting management, motivation, negotiation, networking, nominal grouping technique, that is most important, and observation and conservation, conversation, political awareness, and team building. If you see this interpersonal and team skills grouping, it is just covered only 7 knowledge areas, mostly in the integration, scope, resources, communication, little in the risk and stakeholders. Mostly you can see resources, communication, stakeholders and integration or the major knowledge areas which the interpersonal and team skills are important. As I told you before, you get yourself familiarized with the index numbers from the knowledge area process group or knowledge area mapping, and you can easily remember. For example, if they give conflict management, you can easily eliminate if the answer is given as a schedule or cost management. I will be covering the ungrouped tools and techniques in my next forthcoming video, as mentioned earlier. Please leave your feedback in the comment section, and thanks for watching my videos. Please support my channel. Please subscribe, like, share.